Returning after a year-long hiatus, Speedball Mike Bailey here to welcome you to WrestleCast Radio.
Hey, this is Joe Doring. I'm here at world-famous Korakuen Hall.
What's going on? It's Sammy Guevara, the best ever.
Hi everyone, this is William Hung from American Idol, and you're listening to the WrestleCast Radio.
Hello there, this is the aerial assassin Will Ospreay coming from you live from the Tokyo Dome in Japan, and you are listening to WrestleCast Radio.
Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry here.
Hey, what's up guys from WrestleCast Radio? This is Humberto Carrillo.
This is Flip Gordon.
Hey, hello to all my friends of WrestleCast Radio.
This is Austin Theory, and you're listening to WrestleCast Radio all day.
Greetings and salutations to all the listeners of WrestleCast Radio. This is the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
What's going on? This is the man of the hour, Leo Rush. And you are officially listening to WrestleCast Radio.
With your boy, Tuco Scorpio. Getting ready to open up this show live, right here on the WrestleCast Radio.
What's good? It's your boy, the coach from the WWE. There's a lot of wrestling shows out there. There's a lot of talking heads out there. But nobody says more with less than WrestleCast Radio. You may not always agree with what they say. You might not always agree with what they do. But the one thing you will do is listen. WrestleCast Radio is on the air.
This is WrestleCast Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome as we are back live here on episode 249 of, as one Too Cold Scorpio says, Alex, the WrestleCast Radio. Alex?
Ooh, what a time to be alive. Ooh. Wrestling is red hot. Ooh. It's Rumble season. It's Riyadh season. It's rebuild season. It's let's be real, good Puro season. As the last couple of weeks we've watched some just one-on-one, but join us on the Discord. Just look up WrestleCast Radio, CAST Radio, and Ryan's here probably 80% of the time, either after 10 o'clock or after 6. Check him out. He's always watching some fun stuff, and we've been watching some good Puro as of late. Ryan, how the hell are you?
Oh, I am excited, especially after what we just watched, because one of those companies we always talk about, Dragongate, just threw some shit at us about 10 days ago. We finally got done.
Throwing the heat.
In time for Memorial Gate and that 2-5 Korakuen Hall show.
Yeah. Oh, God. Huge event already planned for that show.
Yeah, we
holy balls.
If you
big balls, if you will.
Our friends with Alex on the Facebook, as he posted, "Take my money, Big Boss Shimizu, Shun Skywalker, baby, 1-on-1."
Oh my gosh!
I'm rubbing my hands together. We get Daiki Yanaguchi and Akihiro Sahara both joining Natural Vibes after as they pass the dance class. That's a hell of a 20 minutes of shit going on. Meanwhile,
the one thing I will say, though, is after KZ did not, I was kind of bummed and perturbed he was not selling after the outstanding match we saw with the returning Big Boss Shimizu, because he got murdered in that final sequence via a powerbomb, a shot put, a random so many random things, but Big lariat. Boss though, I loved how he ran the ropes and just went whoosh. It wasn't even like a stiff lariat. It was just like, you're like, oh yeah, he's dead. like that's not gonna feel well. And but it feels so good to see Big Boss Shimizu back, which again, I didn't realize we lost him for a whole calendar year.
It feels so good. I couldn't help that one. I love the fact too that after the Shun promo with Big Boss Shimizu, and they're just start brawling and everything, and then after this like crazy brawl, you just see an arm come up on the apron, and you just hear Jay go, "Oh, Natural Vibes are still there," and they're all like, trying to get up and shit. Oh man, what a great fun little match. Was not expecting to come in pumped off a Dragongate, which is a good thing, but man.
That was it was fun. A lot of fun stuff. A match Ryan and I watched that pretty much catapulted up my top 10 of 2025 best wrestling matches, if not of the last 3 years, I would say. We watched some All Japan. We watched some Kento Miyahara. We watched some. I was just saying his name.
Yuma
Anzai.
Yep.
Former Triple Crown champion, by the way, as we were discussing. In baller, fantastic. Dare I say a classic All Japan Triple Crown Championship match, Ryan? This was like this Yuma Anzai again. What is he, like 22, 23? Just comes out, oozes charisma, like a Kaito Kiyomiya of Noah, like his doppelganger, if you will. But Kiyomiya wishes on his best day he gets out of bed and just has that swag that Yuma Anzai just had as he walked, as he stole Miyahara's gimmick and does a whole intro video to the crowd. And I was like, that is one handsome man. It's been a while since I watched the Yuma Anzai match, clearly. And it just delivered in every level. I thought we were going to get a 2-time champ, but Kento Miyahara just proving why he is the best of the best. And Tanahashi, President Tanahashi, which good new look, by the way, sir. You need to get on that ball. You need to see what you can do to work with All Japan or see what you could do to take from All Japan. We need Kento Miyahara on a bigger stage.
It's just like, we were talking about what is New Japan, what is the one big thing New Japan could do that could really light a flame in that company? And it was bring Miyahara in for the G1. Just fucking do it.
You need them. I mean, the exodus that is happening in New Japan as of now, as of, a few days by the end of this month, essentially, as the internets are saying, like a la 2016, the exodus, the mighty exodus from New Japan, is definitely happening. And what a way, a guy who could probably fill 3 of those holes, let's be real. Sorry, Sonata, but I mean, get well if you have that neck fusion surgery. I mean, that does suck, but
that's fair. That's a nice thing to say.
But it's true, Sonata, all capitals. Happy birthday, by the way. What was his gimmick? The Scion King of Shinobi?
I couldn't fucking tell you.
The Robert. What was his gimmick? His name in LIJ?
Sonata?
The Scion? Yeah.
Let's see if I can find a nickname for him.
I thought it was like the Scion. Anyways, Miyahara is just a game changer of any promotion. I mean, let alone still getting people to an All Japan show where we've always said since we started watching them in 2016 is the thinnest of all the Puro and Joshi, I would say, combined. Ice Ribbon has more depth than All Japan Pro Wrestling. So Miyahara, as loyal as he is, just sometimes it doesn't pay off, and you got to make that leap.
Sonata's alter egos, Kiyonari Sonata, Great Sonata in capitals, and
yeah,
Sonata,
that's how I know him.
And Sonata Connect Collection SS for Seiya Sonata, and then he also has nicknames of Cold Blooded, Cold Skull, Shining Star, and Youth Hurricane.
The fuck is all that? What is this? Episode of WWE Unreal?
Yeah. But look, you can send him there. That's fine. I don't wish anything negative on him if he's really injured, but I can comfortably say I'm not going to miss him on TV. That's just the way it is.
No.
And it's just like kind of, with the exodus, as you mentioned, and the crazy free agent season going around. There's talks that Finley and Gabe Kidd are the next 2 to go. if they lose their contendership matches coming up at the next New Beginning show, I think on the 5th or whatever it is,
Yep.
that to me says they're out the door and they're gone. I'm assuming Gabe Kidd goes to AEW, which I would look at as a win for New Japan, because it's kind of like how everyone was like, well, why did AEW sign Mascara Dorada when he's a CMLL guy? In theory, now it keeps him away from AAA WWE, and CML can keep using him. So that's one thing I keep trying to tell people. Like, yes, even if he goes to AEW, he's still in your bubble. David Finlay, I think, is going where his brother and his dad are.
Yeah, I mean, that makes complete sense, but why wouldn't you stay and be the top gaijin in a company that kind of laid the trust in him and helped watch him grow? I mean, let's be real. Last couple of years, he's been a great leader of the War Dogs, I would say. You know, definitely had some good matches along the way, whether it was multi-man or singles. But, you know, the Jay White rivalry was stuff of, wow, this guy might have it. And that was, what, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yep.
Yeah, about then. But, you know, I'd say an improvement. I think it would be a backtrack because you know he's going to be NXT. Yeah, he has the Finlay name, but he doesn't look like, you know, his dad, if you will. I forgot his brother's the gimmick.
Brogan Finlay?
Brogan, so I mean,
I mean, Araya Connors is his name.
The 4th generation wrestler, Araya Connors.
Yeah, he's in Chase U.
Oh, motherfucker, we see him. Oh my God.
He's with Kale.
No,
Dixon
he's got to stay.
Bravado.
If you're Finlay, you got to stay in New Japan, right?
God, I would not. Look, if Finlay goes there and they go, we're gonna put you with your brother, and now he's wearing a fucking Chase U shirt. I mean, some people might be happy.
Hey, Tozawa's wearing a fucking workout headband every week, which shout out to him and Otis winning that tag title shot. Fun little 4-way tag. I'm happy for them. Shout out to Otis, Minnesota. What?
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see where they go. One thing I kind of brought up is before we got in that we were saving for the show. Obviously, Evil is assumed to go to WWE. He's left New Japan at the end of the month. His contract's up, just like all the other New Japan contracts go up at the end of January. The thought and rumor is he's going WWE. I know if he wants to come to America, that's probably the place, because Tony Khan already said he has no interest in signing Evil. He never uses Evil on the Forbidden Door shows. He never brings him in. Obviously, he doesn't like Evil, or at least his work. So we don't have to worry about him going there and fucking it up. But look, I don't know. Perfect world for me is Evil goes to NXT, and then Ciampa, who left, takes a shot at going to New Japan. Kind of a trade almost, if you will, you could call it. It's interesting to see what would happen, because as you kind of mentioned before, Ciampa's had injuries. His neck has been bad. He's rough around the edges, and he's going to a place where, you know, if he works at G1, I mean, he's going to get his ass kicked like he hasn't gotten kicked in 10 years probably since, you know, working ROH on the indies. So that's where I do agree that having Ciampa go to New Japan maybe it fixes him and his body gets used to it again, or maybe like you thought he doesn't make it past night 3 of the G1.
I just am thinking why. I mean, I get it. It's a bucket list thing. He's going to have fun. I think it's a really smart technician to bring to New Japan. What would you categorize him, though, as? Would he be a junior or would he be a heavy?
I think he'd have to work heavy.
Okay. I mean, I'm not sure. He looks like he could be either like 5'7" or 6 feet. So that's why I was like, is he a junior or what? But I think, Ciampa can work Puro.
6 foot 205.
6. Wow. Okay. But I would say I'm just thinking of Okada now doing the 205.
So in theory, the 205 live thing. Shingo is 5'10".
Remember we saw that live, by the way?
The 205 live thing?
No, the Okada versus the wrestler we cannot name.
Yeah,
He's a true villain.
I'll send him back to 205 live. Rainmakers him. That match was really good though.
So Ciampa, I mean,
so Shingo's 5'10", 209 in comparison.
I'm the same height as Shingo Takagi. That's awesome.
So Ciampa's essentially the same weight and taller than Shingo.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I just I don't know, man. It's he might flourish there too if he can get his rhythm back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, seeing him in there with like a Yuya Uemura or Yota Tsuji would be fun. Him and Takeshita would be cool.
I think what would be really neat too. I mean, if you don't do G1, if he's ready to go, do you bring him in for the New Japan Cup?
Oh, that's a great one. You know, especially because
And then you could have him win or get close to it. But yeah, I mean, why not him and Yota Tsuji? I mean, a good veteran. Again, Tsuji could learn, you know, kind of leading up and in the match to control that tempo a little bit. That could be interesting. And it won't affect Ciampa if he loses because, again, you see him throughout that New Japan Cup. And I think people will realize it'll be a good match for Tsuji to have, you know, come down the line in his growth, and especially as IWGP heavyweight champion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that could definitely work. You're gonna need to fill spots anyway from the people that leave if they leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so the full card's out for New Beginning in Osaka on the 11th. You got spoiled on the tag match. I thought it was pretty obvious anyway.
I honestly thought 150 was when I was like, oh, that would be so cool. But yes, it was pretty obvious, but I had a hope for the old heads.
So my question is, Yuto Ice is getting a lot of steam. Especially since, did you see that promo where he was like, we're not going anywhere. We did get an offer from WWE, and the place just went nuts.
Yeah, New Year's Dash was such a great, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was.
We've said to everyone else, just a great reset, Tanahashi. Bless your heart. Yeah, and yeah, Yuta Ice, even Oscar, showed a little bit of character, and I was like, all right, but no, yeah, Yuta Ice, like you said, great traction, great rah rah, we are New Japan type of speech, because it made everyone believe, especially, you know, even saying that the E was giving them offers to get more money from New Japan. Kudos to them, you know, for that business tactic. But
so it did get. There was. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. There was somebody that did confirm they did 100% get an offer. It is 100% true.
Yeah, but they would have been NXT for what? 18 months?
A decade? I don't know. Because I'm willing to bet because of their young lion when they initially started. I bet you their contract just happened. I bet you it was a 5-year contract. 2021 they start doing young lion stuff or whatever that was, and I bet you it ran up at the end of this year. And now they're signing their first big roster, main roster contract, not being young boys. And I bet you when they started talking to these guys, who's to say that they weren't talking to David Finlay or Evil, and they're like, yo, you should sign these guys too. Their contracts are up. And then they turn it down. Does Rough Storm win the tag belts? Which I think you should keep the titles on, because I think this is the hottest tag team in wrestling that's not named FTR. But if you belt up Umino and Uemura, I like it. They're doing something. It feels like old All Japan, where you have the two main guys. They're not going for the world title, so you put them together as a tag team. They did that with, Taue and Kawada, Masawa and Kobashi, Akiyama and Masawa.
I mean, they look very late 80s, 90s WWF too, which even the name.
And they're in the same class. It's the same group of guys. They get it. They're building chemistry. if they take the titles, what do you think the odds are that Yuto Ice makes it to the Final Four of the New Japan Cup? And if he's over the whole way, I bet you a year from now, Oscar's not with Yuto Ice anymore, and he's getting a push.
I mean, you can always look at the Rockers situation with them, but I would say he's the stronger out of the two, meaning Yuto Ice over Oscar, but it wouldn't surprise me, but I think they got to utilize and still work in this environment as a tag team to in order to kind of grace that landscape of singles. I think you're right. It's the inevitable, and that speech definitely helped his stock, in the back there. But Umino and Yumura, like you said, that's not a bad team to kind of have represent going in. I mean, they're both young teams, so that's the positive of this. Is that these four men are or let's be real, these three men, but Oscar could surprise us. But we know definitely these three can be something 2-3 years down the line. I mean, fuck, we've been saying that about Umino for the last 8 years. He had his time, it didn't work, but I think him with Yumura, maybe they can learn from each other. And Umino won't be frustrated by being thrusted in this tag thing. They can look at it as an exciting opportunity. And you have the white meat fucking baby faces with Umino and Yumura versus these scuzzy fucking Maplewood, Sexton Avenue technical legend Ryan Cook and the amateur comedian himself, the master of hotel hospitality. Tagging up
he's Oscar.
The Knockout Brothers. He's totally is Oscar. When he worked at the Mall of America in the fucking college shop, long hair Jordan.
Well, what's crazy too about all this is Yuto Ice is older than Umino.
No, shut up.
He's a year older than Umino.
So it's like, so it is you. That's crazy. Okay. That blows my mind, but no, I think this, you could go either way. I think Yuto Ice can be in the New Japan Cup, irregardless if he's a tag champion.
I think they'll because I think they're both going to be in.
Or why not? Even if you have them in the same block, that's even something that you can build down the road. As they say, planting the seeds. But either way, I mean, it's a win-win. It should be a really good match. And let's be real, we're not saying that Yuto Ice is, fucking Dax Harwood singles.
Yeah.
he's rough around the edges. He's a fun watch. He's a scuzzy, type of watch. So, again, I think they all can learn from each other in this match. And if they get a good 20-25 minutes, we could see how they can, stretch that storytelling as well.
I guess my fear is the last time we had a new From Excursion tag team come in up and coming, they kept them as a tag team for like a decade in Show and Yo. And it's like,
Show and Yo, yeah.
You missed Show is 40 years old.
What?
Think about that. He's 40. I'm a man. I'm 40. He's like Mike Gundy. And now, mind you, on this entire show, there's no Show or Yo, which is awesome. Running through this real quick because I'm really intrigued. I didn't see this whole card. Francesco Akira and Jacob Austin Young, United Empire, taking on the Unbound Company members or coalition.
Is this Hiromu's last match?
I think so.
Part of this exodus?
I think he takes the fall and he goes to Noah with his buddies.
Oh my God, is Noah run by Eric Bischoff in 1997? Bring all these old fucks over. I mean, I love Hiromu. I think he should make a turn to America. What if this guy shows up in NXT?
I mean,
what if him and Dragon Lee, he just walks backstage like Dragon Lee's cutting a promo in Spanglish. Then you just see fucking Daryl in the background because they love their gimmicks, their stuffed gimmicks. And then you see a fucking colorful jacket, and then Hiromu's there the next week.
Eyeballs
Tell
on
me you
tentacles.
wouldn't bust.
That would be interesting. I would be like, wow, okay, let's see what he does.
He's perfect for that company. But yeah, I mean, Noah, sure. Does it make him more interesting? No.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Noah, the new year, him and Amakusa had one of the best matches I've seen Hiromu have.
No, I'm not. I'm saying them as a group.
Oh, my fault. I get where you're going.
No, Hiromu has been doing some of his better work outside of New Japan.
It feels
over the
like
last
he
year and
cares
a half.
more in Noah.
Yes, yeah. New audience. He's trying to, get some of that. I mean, we've been lucky to see Hiromu Takahashi, over 5 times live?
Yeah,
and each time it's been different. Like, maybe I did see him in the heyday 2018. I forget if that was pre-broken neck or just right after his return. But, he's still a special talent that commands just the respect from the audience. But Noah, I don't know, but I'm all about this United Empire. I am all about this Jacob Austin Young.
Yeah, he's
getting a little bit more of a look from him at the New Year's Dash. Because I even texted, like, who's this white guy? Who's this other white guy on United Empire? And he looks good. Akira, I've been a fan of, since the days of, Callum Newman. So he's been bulked up, since his All Japan days. Yeah. Taji Ishimori, again, doing great stuff outside of New Japan. He's having fun.
Yeah.
Like, Bone Soldier's having some fun. So I'm all about that. That's going to be a fucking great opener. Give it 12 minutes, and you will have an enjoyable time.
I feel like the other reason Hiromu goes to Noah is Noah tends to bring these people in and push them to the moon. Think about what they did with Jake Lee. He won the title. Think of what they did with Great Muta. Won the title, ran roughshod. Yuji Nagata comes in, wins the title. Satoshi Kojima comes in, wins the title.
Yeah.
Tetsuya Naito, who's now a tag champion, comes in. I bet you he's going to be the guy to beat Inamura.
No.
Then
his knees cannot reach the fucking waist of the cowboy.
Look, Noah doesn't give a shit about his health. They're going to belt him up and run him into the
crowd. They're going to sell seats.
Yep, exactly.
So they give a shit about, man.
And then when Naito goes, I can't work like this anymore, then they can go, let's rebelt up Ozawa.
Oh my God! Imagine those two interacting.
Now that's
and their wild hair.
That's a charisma.
That's a
match.
Dream. Yeah. That's Hogan Rock. I don't think it's gonna have that same gimmick. The crowd. I mean, the crowd's gonna go fucking ballistic.
But your structure, like you were thinking.
Yeah, like Naito. Either one. I mean, Ozawa could turn face in that match, but he's gonna say, "Let me beat the heel." Let me run this shit.
Yeah, he can just beat up Naito.
Give me my check.
And then Naito can hit his high spots, and then he can just get beat on. He doesn't have to do anything.
Do you think part of his paper appearance that I'm assuming he's getting with Noah also includes Carp lifetime tickets or season tickets?
That'd be tight as shit. He's like, listen, who was that signed to the Timberwolves and we had to give him Timberwolves season tickets? Was it Brandon Roy or something? No, we traded for him. I can't remember.
Marcus Taylor?
There was somebody the Timberwolves signed and they had to give him, and he wanted Timberwolves tickets in his contract.
Jesus, that's random.
Other tag match at the front: War Dragons, Drilla Maloney, and Shingo Takagi against Great Okan and Hanare. Hanare fucking rules.
He does rule. Welcome back. My question to you: what's their name? War Dragons. Awesome. Love me some Drilla. Obviously, I'm a Takagi head since day 4. My question to you is: do you strap this team up before, or do you have them just dominate? Maybe get a title match and they lose unexpectedly, but then you have them win the tag league and then get their moment at Kingdom.
You ready for door number 3 from me?
Ooh.
I think you just worry about not letting Drilla walk at the end of the show.
I know,
he's a free agent too.
I know. I'm thinking he's having fun with Shingo where he's like, hey, I'll stay here a year.
He's the one I want to stay out of all of them. Like, I want Gabe Kidd too to stay because
so much improvement.
I felt like they wasted the year with Gabe Kidd by not pushing him hard. Now, mind you, he got hurt in the G1 the first night, so who knows? To be fair, but it's
that Gato's doing?
It was, who did he
Or was
work?
Tanahashi in Power yet?
No, Tanahashi was definitely Power because this was in July.
Okay.
Because it was against Takeshita. That's what I thought. Night 1 against Takeshita, he lost and he got hurt in it and he had to forfeit the rest of his matches.
Huh.
Speaking of him, he's working Andrade in a contendership match.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think if Gabe Kin wins, he's going to beat Yota Tsuji for the secondary title to get it off of Tsuji so Tsuji could focus on the one. And I think if Andrade wins, I don't think he beat Tsuji, but I think that means Gabe Kin's gone. Just like David Finlay against Callum Newman. Is Finlay just going to put Newman over on the way out?
Yeah, but either way, I mean, either way, I don't think Finlay looks bad. But
no,
I mean, we all know Newman. I mean, he's coming out off of a hot New Year's Dash, one-on-one, conversation with Ospreay there. So I mean, you got to again build this guy until Ospreay's ready to come back, hopefully in the fall there. But yeah, I think Drill is a huge proponent. Gabe Kidd though. Is he really leaving though? I mean, he'll just show up a couple of times, with New Japan schedule anyways. I mean, it makes sense. So, I mean, he can come back with AEW like we were talking about earlier. But Andrade, what do you think about him heading back? Did he seem comfortable?
I thought
when we saw him the 4th and the 5th? Okay.
He
seemed a little nervous. He seemed a little nervous, I thought, for a minute or two, but
I think once he got
realized
going, he was good.
Yeah.
And with ironically, too, last year on the 11th when they did this show, Shingo wrestled Drilla on that show.
Yeah.
God, I think this was the best show of 2025 for New Japan because this had that Yota Tsuji Gabe Kidd match. It had Zack Sabre and Goto, where Goto won the title at the show last year. Shingo and Drilla, which was incredible. The only thing that really stunk on it was Tanahashi and Makabe.
But didn't I like that match? Because it was like a 10-minute match, right? But wasn't it like all over the crowd?
No, it was like a 2-minute match, and they couldn't even do a fucking roll-up right. They tried to do like that like sunset flip, and Makabe fell over, and Tanahashi couldn't stand, and it was. This was when we were like, "Oh my god, this is going to be the worst retirement
run
run
long
ever."
Year.
And then
best second half.
Yeah, he shut everybody up. And that show had Bucks against Naito and Hiromu, which was whatever, and Takeshita against Oleg Boltin, which I had 4 3/4. But they're lining this show up again. Bishamon beat TMDK for the 6-man never open weight titles. They're going to run that back, whatever. But I think the big two that to talk about to close it out with the show is we get Aaron Wolf, Ren Narita.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's another opportunity for Aaron Wolf to show out. Does Ren Narita take over House of Torture? Is this the end of House of Torture? This match has got a lot of stakes to it, I think, behind the scenes that we don't know what's going to happen.
Is Evil a part, or will he be there for this event?
His contract is up on the 31st.
Okay, so he will not be there. So have they run a gimmick, do you know, running Evil out of House of Torture already, or? So
he, I believe his last match was at that new Yuji Nagata produce show in the main event. It was Dick Togo, Evil, Ren Narita, and Yujiro against Aaron Wolf, Oleg Boltin, Toru Yano, Yuji Nagata.
Okay.
But New Japan World isn't playing videos. It's saying it's not active, so I didn't watch it yet. So I got to figure out what's going on with that New Japan World site. It's trying to fuck on me. Because I came home for my lunch break today to watch that tag match that you said you got spoiled on, and it was like telling me that it was like, no, this isn't a thing, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fight you now, and then I was like, I gotta go back to work. So then I just said screw it, which, like I said, I knew that was gonna happen anyway, but I don't know what happened to Evil. I have to figure that out still.
Okay. Aaron Wolf, what are your thoughts on the 2 times we've seen? Well, I guess multiple times, but like the 2 matches that we've seen on the 4th and the 5th.
I enjoyed the Wrestle Kingdom match. I don't hate that he just looks like some dude who can fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not, not everybody needs to be these giants, but, and once again, the thing we talked about too, where he did the head shave himself, I thought that was awesome. When he was like, I'm going to beat you and shave your head. And he's like, I'll just do it myself. And he embraced the true young lion. I had heard from a couple people on Discord that they were going to let him wear gear, and he made the call to be the young lion, to do it the right way. And they were like, if you really want to do that, we'll let you.
Well, they shouldn't have let him win a title then. Jeez, if he really wanted to be a young lion. My thing, good judo throws, he's green, not greener than, grass or any. His facials and mannerisms need a little bit of help. He's a little over the top. So that kind of throws me off because I laugh. I see it, I'm like, oh no. But again, two matches. Like, what am I saying? What the fuck could I do? Better than Aaron Wolf. But otherwise, yeah, this is a good match. I think Ren Arena. This is a good match for both of them, as you were saying. This kind of dictates their futures. Kind of what path are they going to endure on this first half of 2026. And I think Aaron Wolf has to retain. The House of Torture bullshit. Maybe they get thwarted by his older hangout buddies. Aaron Wolf meaning, but
he has the worst group of geeks that came out and defended him. It was
fucking
like
Watto and
Yo and Yano. Get some better friends.
But yes, that and facials aside, I don't know. I'm excited that we can watch him on this journey. And yeah, Ren Narita, I think this could be really good. I'm hoping he kicks it into gear and finally takes what is 10 years too late, maybe. But hey, I've always been a Ren Narita guy, so.
It's one of those things too where I think what helps about working a guy like Ren Narita is he's gonna be able to have a simple match again. Because Narita can just stretch him and work submissions and things like that. And then when it's time to fire up and hit your moves, it's a small guy that can jump and get thrown around for you.
What I think Narita can do to kind of assure dominance or even, of the group House of Torture is when they're about to start their shenanigans, maybe he stops them. He says, Dick to go, get the fuck off the apron, let me do this. And then that transitions into a different direction of the bullshit we've endured in the last 6 years.
I hope that gets spoken into existence.
Big show for Narita and Umino, man. Like, we've loved these guys for 10 years, legit. Seen some good, expected futures, which, it is what it is, and hopefully on this end of their careers, they can kind of start under Tanahashi's, eye, can kind of get a little bit, more success.
And then comes my fear. Your main event.
Oof.
Yota Tsuji
Jake
defending
Lee's
the
winning.
title against Jake Lee, and I think Jake Lee's gonna fucking win, man.
He's winning. Why not? He's a character.
I gotta look at this now. Won the IWGP, GHC, and Triple Crown. So, Kensuke Sasaki, Great Muda, Yoshihiro Takayama, and Satoshi Kojima and Yuji Nagata. They're the only 5 people ever to win the IWGP, the GHC, and the Triple Crown.
Jesus.
If Jake Lee becomes the 6th guy to go in that category of wrestlers, oh my God. I don't understand how Jake...
Randy Orton of Puro, man.
Oh, my God. How is Jake Lee a 3 seconds away from becoming the 6th guy to ever do that? Meanwhile, 80% of wrestling fans have never seen Kento Miyahara. It blows my mind. Think about that. Jake Lee is succeeding more than arguably the best wrestler bell to bell on the planet.
Is he the Seth Rollins of Puro? I'm going to take away the previous comment. He just lucks into these situations where you're
It's
like, wait, what?
Crazy. And I say that after piggybacking what we kind of talked about real quick earlier. The match Miyahara brings with Yuma Anzai. And then you turn around and go, well, the guy that he basically ran out of the company because he couldn't hang is about to become the 6th guy to win all 3 major Japanese world titles. It makes me
But the funny
sick.
thing is like 10 years down the line, either you'll know or you'll totally fucking forget that trivia.
And I'll be the
because he is
asshole
the
who never forgets
blandest.
it.
Well, of course, because the disdainments of what he's done with every company. Is he the Jeff Jarrett of Puro? Not like holding people up, but just winning championships and just like going company to company and doing whatever the fuck he wants, just getting the check. So I guess he is holding them up for money. And look at his steps of his companies. All Japan, yeah, it has the lineage, it has the historical factor of Purorisu, but for attendance wise, it's usually towards the bottom. And then he went up to Noah, which was kind of like your mid-tier Puro, attendance wise. And then I think showed up in DDT for like a second, which is kind of on par with Noah, depending on the produce show or not. But then to New Japan, the big dog of Puro.
And then
he's just failed up, and he always gets hurt, and he's gone for a year. Then he just shows up with a different fucking monocle in a different company. When is he going to show up in MLW?
I wish he would go to fucking NXT. So that's my only fear about that one. Looking at that stat, I did not know that Yuji Nagata is the only wrestler to have won the premier round robin tournaments for all 3 as well. The Climax, the Carnival, and the N1. Never knew that.
Jeez.
That's Yuji
Sounds
Nagata.
like the chapter names of my sex life.
This is when I won the Champions Carnival and the G1 Climax.
No.
Against Jumbo Tsuruta. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go. But, man, yeah, I mean, with free agency running rampant, New Japan, though, has a chance to continue their momentum. On paper, the show looks tremendous.
If they don't retain or sign anyone within the first quarter, how do you I mean, yeah, we've seen some promise in 2 or 3 shows, but we've said that before over the last, since the pandemic. Do you think they can still somehow do something in that nature of the turnaround, like keep that momentum? Or do you think they'll be in panic mode, like, oh no, what do we do? And then get like an old head back?
Oh, I hope not. I hope if they're smart, they end up getting, because if you lose half of these guys in that Unbound company or whatever, losing Finley and Maloney and Connors and Gabe Kidd and Hiromu, and you're losing these guys. Just have Yota Tsuji start a new faction, a babyface faction. Give it a name. Try something. Unbound Company is a stupid name. I'm sorry. I just don't. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Like, I don't know. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Once again, we always criticize that they don't do things that they should be doing. And, maybe this time they finally decide to do something. It'll be It'll be a matter of if it is, but I don't know. New Japan's on a roll. Japan's in a good spot. Kento Miyahara on Sunday had an awesome match in 4 stars, 4 1/4 with Talos, of all people, who's one of the tag champs with Ren Ayabe. Miyahara made him look like $1 million, and that's all you need to do. And the other Saito made the challenge after. So it'll be interesting to see when Saito takes on Kento Miyahara there. Champions Carnival, I believe, end of March, beginning of April. So maybe that'll be Anzai getting the win. I think he's going to be the guy to win the next G1 or the next Carnival, but we'll see what happens. I do think, obviously, we hit Japan, and to kind of wrap up, if you will, tonight, we should move stateside because, as you mentioned at the top of the hour, there is a show this Saturday, the Royal Rumble. It's always the favorite, if you will, for most of us. But the last couple of years, they've been fun, but it's still, I don't know, it still just makes me nervous that something, like, I don't know. I think nervous maybe isn't the right word. I'm just really not sure what they're going to do. It's being talked about that there is going to be a ton of surprises and things that we're not going to be expecting. The last 2 shows were supposed to have that too, and nothing happened, so I don't know if it's going to be different. As of right now, it looks like there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 names that have not been confirmed for the men's, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I think 14 also, I guess, for the women. So half the thing is going to be a surprise, or it's just going to be guys they just didn't name and they're going to call them surprises. I don't know.
Like Mansoor? No. Who do you think shows up? Do we get a evil presence? Is it going to be a powerful debut?
They're going to be like, we got The Undertaker, and they just bring out evil.
Are we going to break the Riyadh walls down? The last time we saw Jericho in an E-ring was in Saudi Arabia.
I think ones that I think are going to come out that haven't been named, that'll be like, a surprise type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gable comes back for this.
Yeah. Makes sense. He's been getting jacked. But we need an exciting name. Like, is Jericho just going to be under the ring?
He just comes out like Hornswoggle, and that's his return. Oh my God! Could you imagine?
That'd be silly.
I don't know. There's still a weird part of me, Alex, that doesn't think Jericho's going to go back.
Yeah. I mean, either way it's whatever, but gosh.
So I mean, the Rumbles are going to be the Rumbles. That they are what they're going to be. I think if gun to my head, I think I got to say Liv Morgan and Roman are my 2 picks to win. I don't know if it's the right answer. I think a lot of people are going to go with Braun Breaker, thinking he'll win. I think Cody will get people thinking he's going to win. Brock Lesnar could. Bully Ray said AJ Styles should beat Gunther, and then Gunther should win the Rumble to get his heat back.
Who does he throw out? Lesnar?
I mean, he could. He's listed for the Rumble.
Well, because he called Pat McAfee's show and said, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble.
I still think Gunther's going to beat Styles, and Styles is going to do what you've been saying.
Yeah.
I still think that's an opportunity.
I think that's the best thing that Styles can do. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I would love. That's what I want. You know,
He made his money. Like, what are they gonna do? Besmirch his career? Like, no one's gonna listen to that shit.
is AJ Styles a WWE wrestler or a TNA wrestler?
I think he's forever linked with TNA, but I don't know, man. Like, but he also was a huge part of the Bullet Club.
He's had
at New Japan.
He's had 100 more WWE matches than TNA matches.
I think if you like started watching wrestling in 2012, he's probably a WWE guy. I mean, to be fair, I've seen way more, like you said, 100 more matches, way more WWE AJ Styles matches than TNA matches. I've probably only seen, oh God, 3 maybe AJ Styles match, like a one-on-one match. It's not like an X Division 12-man or a random Fortune 8-man tag or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess I see him as just AJ Styles, just as a guy that, like I said, was a huge part of Bullet Club in Japan. You know, as one of the top gaijins, you know, kind of leaving TNA, seeing him stand up and say, no, I deserve more money, and then leaving the company that was very good to him until they weren't, like a regular, like any business. But yeah, I guess convinced myself, yeah, maybe he is a WWE guy. What do you think? You've seen him. You watched his ROH shit.
Yeah,
you used to get the TNA pay-per-views to watch it.
Yeah, I've seen, like, I ordered every weekly one. So I mean, like, I've seen everything he's done in TNA. I mean, I guess to me, he will be a TNA guy because it was a decade-long run where this is. Well, I mean, we're getting to a decade, I think, actually on this, right?
Yeah, his Rumble was 2016. Is that AJ? As we watched it at the grimy Yuto Ice house over on Sexton. When there was about 9 of us just eating pizza, drinking cognac, watching the Rumble. Then AJ Styles comes in, and then Mean Gene just gives me that evil fist, like, shut your mouth to me.
Is that the last time I marked out at a WWE show? Can't be, right?
No.
That's one of the last.
Balor Styles?
Yeah, but like, it was good. It was like a 4-star match.
Fell asleep. No, you fell asleep.
Yeah, I think I did. And then we saw Braun Strowman get crushed in a thing and die, but then come back the next day. When Kurt Angle joined the Shield.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
So I still want to real quick play you that clip that I had.
Royal Rumble?
The one I mentioned to you about that Paul London interview.
Oh yeah.
And get your opinion. But real quick here, because I want to get you done by 9 like you were talking about. We got 15 minutes here.
Brian Kendrick.
Did you watch Saturday night's main event?
I did, except the actual main event.
I'm gonna say something that I've just out of pocket here. That was the best WWE show I've seen in I can't tell you how long. Like, I can't.
Really?
If you were to go, what's the best WWE show that you've seen in the last 5 years? I really don't think I could give you an answer. I don't think I would know or have one because it's been so bad. But I tell you what, they just wrestled on the show because it was, if you notice, it wasn't spaced to have all these fucking TV breaks like they do, and it was on Peacock, so they had to go off of their schedule, and they just worked. It was just matches. I thought
stupid. What was the main event? I totally
Sami Zayn, Trick Williams, Randy Orton.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I was like, I'm gonna be bored. I didn't give a shit. I assumed Sammy was gonna win because it's Riyadh season, which means it's Zayn season.
I never trust this company to do the right thing, so that threw me for a loop.
Obafemi is coming way faster than Veer Mahan. Whatever that guy was.
I thought I saved the
London?
saved my review of that show. But I went like 4.5 on Styles Nakamura.
Oh, I love that match. Like, I haven't seen a Nakamura like this in I don't know how long, but it was welcome.
This was the best match these two ever had in this company together, and they had a feud that was around a nut shot.
Well, that was the nuts. Yeah, that was the dick kicks, which that irritated because they had those matches were a notebook until like the end of the
yeah, then they
matches.
went
Like,
fucked it up,
man.
But that match and Nakamura, I've never seen Nakamura work like that in ages. Like he showed like how Okada that one time, like, oh, he's still in there. Like Nakamura was still in there. He just doesn't. Yeah. He's just chilling. When he had the sash.
Like you always
on
tell
arm.
me, he just cares about surfing. That's all he gives a shit about.
And
on the ocean.
I thought the women's match was like a WWE 3 1/4. Like that's good for that was a good match. The opener, albeit I don't know why Cody took that bump when Jacob Fatu didn't even hit him, but whatever. It was just a schmaz that they got in there. They stiffed each other. They had some cool spots, and they got the fuck out of there. I was like, fine. In that main event, the right guy won, and they made Trick Williams look really good.
Okay.
Like, it seemed like it was built around elevating Trick Williams, which made me go, okay. They're pushed, like, he didn't win, obviously, but it's like, all right, this is what you should be doing. Make new stars. They're finally putting Tozawa in a title match, like you said.
I know. Yeah.
Like, what were you waiting for? If we're pushing new stars. Well, he's older than probably your whole roster. I'm like, come on, man. Like, remember, this dude was like...
How did you not build the cruiserweight like the fucking, like a Dragongate, open the Brave Gate type stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could have had a lot of fun. Like, imagine when Tozawa first came into the WWE, a prime Tozawa. If AEW was around and he went to that company, just imagine the stardom he would have attained with a company like that, where it was more of a freer structure and we could see what we've known years prior.
This is going to sound like a bad comp because they're nowhere near each other wrestling-wise, but they have, like, the same height and build, and it seems like Tony likes those guys. He'd be in that same kind of a push spot Jack Perry would be in, I think.
Yeah.
God, oh, my God. We could have had Tozawa and Kenny. Don't get me excited like this, Alex. What are you doing? It's that senton he hit the Creed dude with to win. Dude jumped out of the building. Like, you had him, Pac, and Apollo Crews at the same time. Why are they not all working each other?
Yeah.
So.
Or a unit, because,
yeah, there you go. Have them just do Mad Blanky.
Yeah.
Fuck. So, I did want to put over WWE with all the shenanigans, especially this clip I'm going to play that's kind of ironic. But I tell you what, man. If
that tag women's match, like you were saying, you had 3 stars and a Raquel Rodriguez that's finding her own, and a Roxanne Perez that is finding her own.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's good stuff where that unit. I'm like, oh, the women are running it. Like the Liv Morgan, Finn Balor, where she's kind of putting them in his spot and be like, hey, bro, like, you're the leader. Act like the leader, or I will become the leader. Where it's some cool stuff where the women are just so more important and they're telling the story a little bit more. With Dominic being hurt, and they're kind of steering the Balor ship, in a positive way for him. It'll be interesting if he does show up at the Rumble on Saturday, since he was denied an entry by Adam Pearce this past Monday, which then, again, Styles having his career run. We finally saw Styles and CM Punk in a wrestling ring.
You know what?
Promo, let's have a fight. And it was a good match. I was kind of bummed and pissed, but I understand storyline wise. You couldn't have a winner or a loser, even though I think you could have. But that was just like a chef's kiss into a career, like you were saying, 10 years in the company. That was a moment, and it worked.
So, I mean, I don't know. It confuses me, too. Like, why is Punk not defending this title on the show? You could just have him and Balor. And Balor doesn't even need to beat him. Just give another match on there.
Yeah, Punk did his one time.
Yeah, that's true. He's not going back.
He's not going back till Mania. He'll be fine.
So, I had said earlier when you stepped away for a second, I think Morgan and Roman are my two picks. Who's your picks?
My pick, it's cool because it's honestly anyone's game. I'm thinking if Bianca returns, she wins.
Oh yeah,
if she
there
doesn't,
you go. That's a good one.
If she doesn't, because her and Jade, but if she doesn't, you have another opponent for Jade. I think Tiffany Stratton, if she comes back as well, is a strong possibility. Any surprises, do you think, or is it just going to be a lot of NXT?
I think it'll be NXT. I think there might be some TNA people that show up.
Does Thea Hale accidentally win the Rumble?
God.
How tight would that be?
She stiffs somebody to the point they fall out of the ring. I'll never forget that when Blake Monroe or whatever is like, I can't fucking get my arm up. She's just laying on her. By the way, did you see that video with Marcel Bartel or Grande Americano and Vikingo when he's stomping him out in the corner and with his feet on his head and he's snapping him in there?
Oh yeah, the neck. Yeah,
and he's like, tell me off my fucking neck, and then he roundhouse kicks him, and he gets even more pissed.
Yeah. What was that really bait and done on Monday?
Mm-hmm. I believe so. I had never seen him before. I watched Raw because I wanted to see the Styles Punk thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Tyler Bate. I was like,
it took me. I was like, who are these jobbers? I literally said out loud on my couch, I'm like, who are these jobbers? I don't know who they are. And then when they said the Americano gimmicks, I was like, wait. And I looked, and one of them didn't look like Tyler Bate, like the physique wise. And then I was like, is Pete Dunne always? Because he's always just worn the wrestling gimmick. And just seeing him without like shoulder straps, I'm like wait, that's what Pete Dunne looks like. I was like, what is happening? It's like, who are these guys? But they were having fun, and I was like, fuck, they're getting TV time. They're training AAA to hopefully be better, and hopefully they're living their best life. It was fun to see them having fun. Not gonna lie.
I love how they're booking AAA with the Undertaker of all people. I've heard. It's the most random.
No, he's just there because he's a fan and he wants to see it grow. As he stated.
Of course,
I don't think they're going to storyline wise, but Michelle McCool, horrible on that show. Don't say I'm the Michelle McCool of WrestleCast.
Never.
But my God, I was listening to him and Cody Rhodes, and it was a good interview. Cody's perfect for this, to bullshit 90% of your interview, but it's just fun. It's good to hear the stories, but she would just come in, and I'm like, oh God, why are you talking? The other guy, whatever. I like Steph's podcast. I think that one.
Oh, I think you got lariated.
Oh no!
Oh no, you are back. Welcome back.
Oh, there we go. Were you singing the Mace or the actual Welcome Back?
No, I was doing the Mace one. Welcome back, welcome back. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And he's doing the jump rope.
He swore on that album, and then you're like, "Whoa, you're preaching."
Yeah, what are you doing? You can't be doing that. It's for the kids. I do have to say, shit, where was I going with this? I had something.
Oh, with the Rumble for my men, I'm gonna say
yes.
either Oba Femi.
Oh, that would be tight.
Or Femi or Seth. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't think the Balor thing works unless you actually bring in the Bullet Club trademark, where you can kind of transition into that grouping.
Oh, here's where I'm gonna have a cliffhanger for you. I love this.
Otherwise,
you just teed me up.
London.
Hell yeah. So for anybody who listened in our September rebuild, so far in this rebuild series, I had Carmelo Hayes go to the main event. They put the U.S. title on him. I belted up Julia. They put the belt back on her. And I started feuding Dunn Bate and Marcel Bartel, who are unmasked against Gable and the Creeds, which apparently they're going to now start doing. So I'm convinced now that the Rebuild show is being mic'd by those guys. So on our last show, I made a trade with some people to get these guys, and essentially I traded for AJ Styles, and I put him with Tala Tonga, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor, and I remade the Bullet Club because New Japan killed it. So if y'all are listening, prove us right and bring the Bullet Club back, and we'll go, all right, I believe you now that you're doing this. So I was like, you know what, ball's in your court. You want to copy everything else,
There you go.
give us the Bullet Club. But
That's the best thing you can copy.
I believe I have this queued up in the right spot. Let me just play it and make sure you can hear it.
Basically say it in front of all of us. It was like a meeting to basically.
Can you hear that?
No.
Oh, wow, you can't hear the voice. Shoot, it'll come on the... Oh, I know, you know what? I know a way to do it. I know exact way to do it. Click on that button to view my screen. Can you see Paul London?
Yes.
Okay.
Called everybody into a room.
Could you hear him?
Yep.
Okay. So it starts with that thing that I told you about, how they made Brock go into a room and tell everyone he's leaving for the NFL. After that is the part that I'm saying blew my mind. It's everything I've wanted to say. So check this out.
And made him basically say it in front of all of us. It was like a meeting to basically say, like, he is going to be leaving and this is why. And he was the champion, had bought his own jet so that he didn't have to be around the rest of us or the people or whatever his reasoning was. I can't remember. Part of it, I think, was because he wasn't getting enough time to get his workouts in, right? It's like one of these like Dwayne Johnson excuses. And minus the Vaz bottles. And it just was still miserable. Making millions of dollars, has his own jet, and is still miserable. And the champion. Like, we can't go any higher in position-wise. Still miserable. Wow. Like, you know, and it rang back to when I would go up there and do those tryouts before I got signed. And guys like, you know, Crash Holly, Canyon once told me this. But these guys would be like, what are you doing here? Why do you want to be here? What are you talking about? This is Heaven's Gates, not the movie. It's Heaven's Gates, right?
But it's the dream. Yeah.
It's the dream. How is everyone not just like in a good mood? I didn't understand. It was so eye-opening, though, just to be like, something very bizarre here. My whole kind of, a good time of my time there was very much like Ethan Hawke and Training Day.
Boom. Is that not the greatest analogy? I think of what I've been trying to say is I'm confused why it doesn't have to be this way. It shouldn't be this way. You're the number one player and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. People there's shit going on all the time. Like, this isn't what pro wrestling's supposed to be, and I can't wrap my head around it. And he goes, Ethan Hawke and Training. I went, oh my God, that's it.
Yeah. That's perfect.
That is what I've been trying to say for probably 3 or 4 years, Alex. It's literally what Paul London said. And I thought it was perfect to just kind of lay that out there and throw as a closing thing of, that's the best analogy I've heard about WWE that goes in my head. It was perfect.
Oh, man. Well, hopefully we won't be smoking crack after Riyadh season presents Royal Rumble. Hey, really quick before we go. That was perfect. Wow, I have to think about that one actually, because it's true, but you're just like, huh.
Because like how he's like, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Like, I grew up wanting to be a cop, and Denzel Washington is not what I thought it was. What's going on?
Oh my God, that's Vince McMahon. Oh no.
So
that's wild. 92 Rumble, 2001 Rumble. You still fuck with 92?
Yeah.
I love that 2001 though.
2001 was great, and the cover was awesome too.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a throwback to the '92, right?
Yeah. Good call. Yeah.
This different artistry, for the color scheme there. But what about the '98 Rumble, the McMahon Austin Rumble? What did you think of that one?
You know, ironically, I literally watched that back on Discord with some people like 3 days ago.
Nice.
Didn't hold up.
I remember there was a lot of lag on Vince's side. Like, it was a lot of overselling, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I haven't probably watched that match in like 10, 15 years, but... Well, yeah, because it was all just jobbers. But at that moment, I'm sure you saw that live, because, I mean, it was the hottest thing. Like, we had to watch parties at my friend's house in, like, junior high and shit. And just the buzz that you get from that person being the hottest thing in all the world, and then just eliminating everyone until the boss, and then he gets eliminated at the end, and you're like, whoa, wait, what? It was like the coolest fucking thing. You're right, it probably doesn't hold up to any standards, but when was the last, besides the '01 Rumble obviously, but like the last time a Rumble had that feeling?
Oh boy.
Was it Cena's return? Was it Roman Reigns getting booed in Philly? No, I'm kidding. Rey Mysterio getting booed in whatever city that was?
I mean, Ray winning in '06 was pretty good, because I thought Orton was going to win, and I was like, God damn it, they're going to... Or no, Orton did win. No, Orton beat him in February for the title shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the triple threat, that was 22, right?
Yeah. I kind of want to scroll real fast in those, but '92 Rumble, ignore gimmicks, but think of just these personalities, okay? So the '92 Rumble had Ric Flair, Iron Sheik, Tito Santana, Greg Valentine, Haku, Hulk Hogan, Jake the Snake, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Jimmy Snuka, Randy Savage, Rick Martel, Roddy Piper, Sergeant Slaughter, Shawn Michaels, Sid Vicious, Ted DiBiase, British Bulldog, Kerry Von Erich, and The Undertaker, and then some other people obviously in there. But that's like a fucking who's who, man.
So my question to you is, why did you skip Minnesota's own The Berserker? And third, why did you really despise babyface Sid? Because clearly it was Sid Justice, and you went with the heel persona of Sid Vicious.
I still say Kevin Steen sometimes, so.
Oh, well, yeah, Steen's just way cooler. Come
Justice Vicious Tomato. Man, that's a really good question, though. God, that Cena one was good with Batista at the end. Or Triple H at the end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He comes out, because that was the championship one too, wasn't it? He was like 31.
He came out right at the end. Yeah, that had that Orton Jeff Hardy that had that really cool finish where they countered the Twist of Fate into the RKO.
I don't remember that.
And then that was when Adam Lee was like, his name is Jeff Hardy.
Harvey. Huh.
That's a really good. You know what I'm gonna do this best Royal Rumble of all time. Bleacher Report.
Do we trust Bleacher Report though?
Fuck, probably not. But I'll see what they did because I can scroll and I don't have to click.
Whoa, 2010.
1992. They have as number one. They have
go back.
2020 as number two.
And the last before the pandemic, that was Houston, wasn't it? Because they had that cool Roman Reigns like running across the gimmicks. Because that was the last one, yeah. And then the pandemic hit.
That was the Keith Lee Brock Lesnar thing. I think that was when Brock was just throwing everyone out to start the thing.
Yeah.
And then McIntyre won. 2001 got number 3. That was they got a picture of Drew Carey for it. And then 2010 was number 4. That was Edge. And then lastly, number 5 was 26. Ick. That's my least favorite one.
Is that a cover of WWE 2027? What is it? 26?
Yeah, 2026.
Triple H is on 6 covers.
He's on the King of Kings edition.
Is that really like, okay, we get the Attitude Era wrestlers, and why is everyone losing their loads over, oh my God, we get Austin and The Rock? We've had these fucking people since WWF Raw Warzone on PlayStation.
Ah, damn.
And No Mercy. We've had you get the bonus pack just so you don't have to wrestle to unlock them. They're already there. The fuck are they making a big deal about that for?
I think if they wanted to really make it tight, they should try to get the TNA and AAA people in there. That would pop me.
You're saying you want Mr. Iguana
No. I'd fight him with like Lesnar or something.
and Demonito.
Demonito had one of the best death matches of the year against Fishman. I think it got 38th on the VOW top 300 or whatever the match of the year.
Fishman?
Mm-hmm. El Hijo de Fishman. We did record the other day. Me and Nate read because he's been a voter for the Voices of Wrestling for about 7-8 years. Also, we did like a half hour where we just gave our top 10 that we submitted to just kind of give thought, like a mini awards kind of prelude to hopefully our big awards before May come out this year. But I thought it'd be cool just to get some quick content. I'm not going to release it until after the award or they finish posting all the matches and then I'll post it. But
nice.
I think you'll be pleasantly happy with the number 1 match I picked.
Okay.
So we've already put it over tonight. That's a hint. About a man who's got as much charisma as Jake Lee wishes he has when he steals another man's taunt and got us going really hard. If you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's my time, Alex. You got anything else you want to go over? I got all the time in the world for you.
I think we should try to have a watch along for the Rumble. We gotta see how we can do that.
I could set it up. I know how to. I have the right site to do it on. We could do it.
I mean, that could be fun.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. If not, maybe we'll have a Rumble wrap-up show after or later on in the evening, or pretty damn soon, so we get some more stuff out. But yeah, wrestling is going good so far.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles, if this is it, hell of a run, but I'll see you down in Jacksonville, hopefully in a few months there. But with the exoduses happening and, kind of different wrestlers flip-flopping other companies, especially over in the Puro landscape, it's showing some promise. Happy 15th anniversary, Mayu Iwatani. 2026, Ryan. I think, the first month, and especially with the Rumble ending the month, hopefully it ends on a high note. Like you said, Saturday night's a main event. And the last couple of Raws have been, fun. Even I've been watching them, and it's been about 9 years, or at least the Netflix premiere since I watched the fucking full Monday Night Raw. But SmackDown, that's a clip-by-clip basis. But Ryan, this was fun. Can't wait for the Rumble. Can't wait for some Dragongate.
Yeah, I can't wait for Big Boss and Shun.
Yeah, Big Boss. We're gonna get some 6-man tag. It's gonna be some good stuff. So until next time.
I was going to, and you mentioned that. I can't remember where the fuck I was going to. I had it.
Oh yeah, El Cielo.
I had it confirmed. He was who I thought he was, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I can't remember where I found it. Maybe it wasn't on here. Maybe somebody sent it to me. But it is Takuya TN Revolucion, Takuya Nomura or whatever. So Makes sense now. Makes total sense. So good for him. I'm glad he's never wrestled. Like, he was retired. So I'm glad that he didn't have to stay retired, and they figured that out for him. So kudos to him.
What's cool is the suit he walked out in when Shun Skywalker stormed the ring. Dapper as fuck.
And then he just kicks Yoshiki Kato in the face.
Yeah. You don't give no fucks.
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all coming in here.
Yeah, check us out. Download, follow, wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, Smash. Red Circle. Look up WrestleCast Radio.
Redcircle.com/WrestleCast-radio for the direct link that we now have a direct link with our name instead of just like XT. I don't know, whatever my Prince supervisor's old name was.
FTW, that's cool.
And next show, episode 250, Alex.
Be fun. Hey, Rumble. Didn't we started with a Mania, but we had some good times at a Rumble. Till next time, say goodnight, Ryan.
Good night, Ryan.